Alright, yo, so this is now the agent session that I made sure that if I find a setup. I just got back from being outside, so I'm gonna see if I could find the foundation of my setup. So what I do Asia open. This is new day opening gap. Got sell side. Got buy side. And we got 7 o'clock. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just using models that I know, that I studied, and if a model plays out, I'm gonna trade it, but if not, I'm not gonna trade it. So basically the rule of this model is you mark out, I'm tripping, it's 18. Is it 17 or 18? 15, it should be 18. There we go. So look, we get Asia open, we mark out buy side and sell side prior to Asia open. So this is sell side. So we got Asia open, we mark that out. And then price is supposed to sweep buy side and then target new day opening gap and then sell side, or it's supposed to sweep sell side, then reverse and then tap new day opening gap and then buy side. So it always sweeps one side of liquidity. Well, it don't always, but this model, if it plays out, that's what it's supposed to do. So it's supposed to sweep one side liquidity, target the other side liquidity, and also target the new day opening gap. In which our new day opening gap is right here. We got Asia that creates a new day of the market. So right now it's Thursday, 7 p.m., but it's basically for market time, it's Friday open, making this a new day open gap. So we got ATM, just say ATM kills on. Oh yes, it's ATM kills on. This is ATM open. And then so basically what I want to see buy side getting tapped, and I want to see some type of reversal, something to show us a reversal. Then we got this 5-minute gap right here that I'm gonna highlight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up yes and wow. See if we can get any SMT. I want to make sure that my audio is recording. All right, cool. Do the opening gap. Got buy side liquidity. And then we got sell side liquidity from the new day opening gap. So the highest high and the lowest low from the new day opening gap all the way up to 7 o'clock. And then 7 o'clock is when that time activates for one side of liquidity to be swept, and then target a new day opening gap, and then possibly the other side of liquidity, or it could just tap one side of liquidity and tap the new day opening gap, and it may not tap the other side of liquidity within that time frame. But it's just what I studied. I'm gonna just follow my rules. So we got a 5-minute fair value gap right here. We got a 5-minute fair value gap. Has it swept yet? Okay. Go. got a volume imbalance right here that I'm also pay attention to if it continues to rise. We got 5-minute order block right here, which I'm also pay attention to, and this 5-minute order block is within this range of this high band swept. And also behind that we got this little pocket which is filled, so it swept it. It filled this. It may continue to go up and tap this inverse, or it may reverse because it swept liquidity. But we pay attention to that. We look on higher time frames, see if there's anything that could potentially push price lower. We got a 1-minute volume imbalance that we currently tapped into. So if this volume imbalance is supported, we should see us go lower below this. My entry is possibly right here. And then we might change stage of delivery. Possibly, but we're continuing to rise up. So I'm gonna just play a patient game. Tap to 15. We got our first sign. Tap into this area. Candle body didn't close. Supporting this area. And we really, so for 1 minute, what we do is this. Because that volume imbalance is also combined with this fair value gap. So I'm paying attention to that. There we go. There we go. So the first thing we got was a reversal within this. We didn't get a candle body that closed past this midpoint line. You could just see it by eyeballing that a candle didn't close past the midpoint, but if you want to see it, bam, you can see that it didn't close halfway. And then we are reversing. Ideally, I'd want to get my entry. If we close below right here and then re-tap into this area, I'd want to do something like this. There we go. We tap into it. If we push back lower.
Order filled.
Got this 5-minute fair value gap. Got an entry just to get my foot wet. Paying attention to the lower time frame, the 30-second. Hopefully we can reject this area also. If not, we may just be wrong. But if we can support that,
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
15 makes
Order filled.
this right here. I over leveraged, but this is the model that I follow, and I'm willing to lose this. Since I over leverage, I'm gonna just drag my stop loss a little bit lower. Changing state of deliveries right here. We got relative equal lows, and then new day opening gap. Our take profit is a little bit closer because we just happened to leverage that much and it came to that price. And if we're wrong, we just take a minus $700 smack to the face. I don't want it to retrace back to my break even if it does go back that far. So I still got a little bit in the negatives. Just in case I want to make it all the way right here and then start going back down. Something like this. And I don't want to risk getting stopped out at break even. So I'm slowly trailing. One thing that I started to do is I started to print out, like, this is one of the models that I follow. And one of the things I started to do is I started to print them out every time that they work out. And I guess I might need to start printing them out for even whenever they don't work out, just to see how I can learn and better my entries and management with this model that I follow. We may get stopped out. Tapped off that perfectly. This line right here. This candle smacked this line. Here's my optimal trade entry settings for anybody who needs it. Oh, so I'm going 30-second optimal trade entry. Hey, it still worked out though. But here's my optimal trade entry settings. And then for the reverse, I just do that. Make sure I get up myself. Alright, now it's just a break even or nothing type of trade. Got this order block. Change state delivery. Rotate equal lows. TP should be smacked. And we got 880 up there. But this is really how I pass my evos. I just over leverage to my bias. And I just follow models. Like now that I'm recording, I'm like, okay, now I should take this a little bit more serious because like, you know, I'm recording myself. And as I'm telling myself, like as I'm recording, I'm like, bro, you know certain models. Why don't you just try to follow those? And if they don't work out, they don't work out. But at least you follow something that you know is sometimes consistent. If we retrace back up, we should tap into the order block and send lower. If not, this one probably did the job. This order block right here probably did the job. If not, this one. So we got two order blocks. We got an order block right here. Then we got an order block right here. Already got our change state of delivery. That's good. Left the volume imbalance. Tapped into that volume imbalance. And the TP should be smacked. So what do? We had, what is this model that we follow? So with this model, this is the Asia model. What you do is you mark out the new day opening gap, which is 18 o'clock, as you can see at the bottom, 18. And then from 18 all the way up to 19, or from 6 to 7, we want to mark out the buy side, like the highest high that it made from the time frame from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. You want to mark out the highest high and the lowest low. Then that is your buy side and your sell side. And usually what price does is at 7 o'clock, it sweeps one side of liquidity, which in this case is swept the buy side. And then I'm using the new day opening gap as my target. Because sometimes it may sweep one side of liquidity and then just have the new day opening gap and then consolidate and then maybe go back up to buy side. Like it may not sweep the sell side with some models. And I think he said, who I learned this from Charmaine. Shout out to Charmaine. But I think he said the time that this model ends is at 9 o'clock. So like after 9 o'clock, don't look for like F1 is swept, if buy side is swept, and then new day opening gap is probably touched, or if buy side is swept, new day opening gap isn't touched. Only look for this up until 9 p.m. and after that, just disregard this model. So this is one of the models that I'm following. Swept the buy side, marked out my reversal area, which was you got this. Is it 5 minute? Yeah, 5 minute fair value gap, and then it made an inverted hammer right there, and then bam, it's aiming towards the new day opening gap. And then since I over leveraged, my target is a little bit closer than the new day opening gap. So, and you got relatively equal lows. Like all of these lows that don't have no gaps in between them or anything, these are like relatively equal lows. So all the way up from here to here is relatively equal lows. Why? Because there's no gaps. Where does it stop? The next gap, which the next gap becomes this area right here. All of these gaps right here. So you got a gap from here all the way to all this right here is gaps. And all of these right here is relatively equal lows. So if it sweeps down here, it should be quick and easy because there's no gaps to really sweep liquidity from, I guess. And then this right here becomes your next gap of liquidity, which is this fair value gap. Patience. When I tell people, I be looking at the chart for like hours and stuff. They be like, I don't know how you could do that, bro. When you making money, not saying that I'll be making money from this, but like eventually I will be. But when you realize that you can make money off this just by using your mindset, like what you learn and your psychology is the hardest part of payouts. But once you realize that you can make money off this from what you studied in a click of a button, eventually you'll start sitting down like how I be sitting down. Like I be having videos of hours, but it's hours of like studying and experience. But now, since I'm like recording my progress, I don't want to be sitting at the chart for hours. I want this to be an authentic journey since it's going to be uploaded on YouTube. And I feel like since I'm doing this, maybe I might actually trade better because I realize like, okay, I'm being watched. Like earlier I said, I want to start doing this, like set my lockout at this time. So if I'm in a loss, I'm in a loss. But the goal is road to payout. And I feel like by recording myself, I might have a better chance. And so this is the journey. This is trade 2. Trade day 2. And this is how it's going. But basically, this is just my strategy. Just over leverage to your bias. But with me, I'm using the help of having models that I've studied. Shout out to Charmaine. Shout out to all the people that I've been watching YouTube videos from, but I learned a lot from Charmaine. That's the guy that he got the models up his sleeve, like Donzo, all the Charmaine guys. Edmund got models up his sleeve. Shout out to him for. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trail kind of behind this order block. In my eyes, I see this as an order block. It may or may not be, but I want to trail behind that. Because why not? I wonder if this is a market maker sell model right here. Like another one. That would be crazy if it was. It might be. So we might see it in real time. If that's another market, like if the market just repeated its model from New York AM and it just did it in the Asia session, that would be insane. Seems like we got a little bit of volume coming in. That's what it seemed like, but it's only the 1 minute. It's moving a little bit, you know, a little bit. What if it just shot straight down? Swept all this out. That'd be insane.
Order filled.
Okay, there we go. We are funded. I just want to see what it does just for like, I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes to see how it moves. See if the full model plays out. So once again, our tap knew they opening gap. Our model was, we seen this right here. We really entered right here. Stop loss back here. TP was to these relative lows. What is this? This is almost a 1 to 3. It's like a 1 to 2.75 kind of trade. And if you was filling the whole model, probably could have pulled this out right here. Sell side, market maker sell model, and then like you probably could have. Yeah, this would have been insane if you caught this. If it happens, but y'all be able to see that. My purpose is the journey. But I mean, no. Matter of fact, I want to watch this. I just want to see what it does. I just don't want to sit here for too long if it doesn't happen. Because I'm saying this the journey. This is the journey. Actually, seeing what happens. Seeing if my model actually plays out also. But I am officially funded, so I will see y'all in the AM session. But I'm gonna give this a little bit, see what happens, see if the full model plays out. What if I want to see something. What if it does this? Okay, so it tapped into this order block. If it goes past, I want to see it tap into this and go back down. If not, maybe not. But now we got this order block that tapped into, and then we got this volume balance that tapped into. Once again, we seen this. Where did we see an inverted hammer? The fuck? I remember seeing an inverted hammer somewhere. Did I remember calling it? I don't know. Somewhere I seen it. It was somewhere up here. I think it was right here. I don't know. I thought it was at the top. But yeah, we had this right here. And I said if we tap back into it, we tap back in somewhere. Y'all seen it in the video. But basically, 5 minute fair value gap it tapped into, 5 minute and 1 minute also. Bam, it tapped into it, closed, went up. This is the hammer that I was talking about actually. Made a hammer, open, tapped into this volume imbalance, and this volume imbalance. Shot lower, traded up back into this fair value gap, shot lower, targeted new day opening gap. And so far it's not, make its way to the sell side. Like I said, sometimes it'll just tap buy side or sweep one side of liquidity, then target a new day opening gap, and then remain going in the same way. That may happen, and then other times you get open. 7 p.m. happens, and then it sweeps one side of liquidity, targets a new day opening gap, and then sweeps the other side of liquidity. So sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't happen, but yeah. So that was the model that I followed, and I used my reversal, what I was looking for in a reversal, to get my entry, and then basically I over leveraged, had a tight stop, set my stop behind the confluence, which is right here, and then targeted a new day opening gap, which is my draw, and it made it easier since I over leveraged. But I want to see how it reacts off this gap. If it trades into this gap and then pushes lower, I'm gonna continue watching. But if it trades into this gap and then goes back up, I might end the video. Cause how long is this video? It's 31 minutes. I'm wondering if I should make this video. Cause I might do a 2-on-1. I'm not gonna do a 2-on-1 because if people want to watch the 2 separate videos, I'm gonna release them separately. Just so nobody has to watch a 50-minute video. It's looking good so far though. We still tap into this volume imbalance, couldn't get a close pass, close below, doji. This is actually looking good. And then once again, I forgot about this. Forgot we have optimal trade entry. I was gonna say that's backwards. Was it 30-second optimal trade entry? Something that I did. Tap just right on the dot. 2.7, 0.62, it hit it. We got one below. One is relatively equal lows, and that's really sell side. So it may play out. Or it may not. Y'all see. Y'all can check the charts. Y'all see. I'm not trying to waste y'all's time. But that's today's video. I got funded in a day. This is relative payout, not relative funded. Like this, I wouldn't say this is easy because like I blow accounts on this. But now this is where the challenge kicks in. This is where I gotta stick to my rules. This is where I gotta set myself a limit. Like I got my rules written on the board. And I just need to remind myself, this is what I need to follow. Because I'm right there. So now this is where the spotlight is really on me. Because it's like now you got the part 1 of your challenge out the way. Now it's the part 2 of your challenge. Getting a payout, something which you haven't done in a long time. Due to your psychology issues. Really psychology issues. But I will see y'all at 9 in the morning. Alright, man. So just so I didn't want to leave y'all hanging, I just wanted to show y'all, bro. Like, as I just got to upload my first video, episode 1 out of 2, bro. Look what just happened, bro. So as you can see, this is my entry. I said, what if the whole thing plays out? I said sometimes it sweeps buy side, then targets new day opening gap, and then sweeps the sell side, and that's a full model. I said sometimes it doesn't. But within this scenario, it does, and this is the model played out. I said, what if it sweeps this whole sell side? It might, because we got the sell side liquidity of the Asia model, but then below that we got relatively equal lows. So I said, what if it did? And it did. Just imagine if I traded this on my funded account. That would have been insane. But it just shows that this model is reliable. And like I said, you don't want to look for it every time, but what you want to do is you want to look for a confluence that can reverse after 7 p.m. behind the buy side or the sell side, in which this case it was the buy side that swept, reversed, targeted sell side, and then targeted the relative equal lows on the sell side below the first sell side made well, the sell side made, the lowest low made from Asia Open, and the highest high made from Asia Open. So, yeah, this sell side right here. But then below that was right before market close, like right before 4 p.m. This is sell side right there, and it just happened to sweep out both of those because it's relatively equal. And so I'm gonna show y'all that, and I'm gonna show y'all one more thing. So you might not be able to really see it. I'm gonna try to see if I can see it. But this is, so what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start having a binder of, and I'm gonna start printing out every time this model plays out. So as you can see, this time this model played out, I'm gonna try to show y'all. So this right here is Asia's Open. And then this right here is buy side. And this right here is new day opening gap, and this right here is sell side. And market open, it didn't tap sell side, but it tapped into a confluence close to sell side, which was this inverse. It's probably hard to see, and then it tapped buy side. So once again, long story short, I'm not trying to hold y'all, leave y'all hanging, but long story short, this model is, it's probable. Like it happens sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens sometimes. But with that being said, I'm gonna get this video wrapped up, and I'm gonna get this video sent out to y'all, and I'll see y'all in the morning.